Hi Kayleen, good morning. So today's video is going to be about side-by-side and rapid fire. So as usual, the first part of the video will be an explanation video about side-by-side and rapid fire, followed up with a demonstration of the same. So starting off with the explanation what side-by-side and rapid fire is. So as I spoke about the skill transfer in the earlier videos where a new skill or a new behavior is taught to the team member. So it was always done in a demo environment, which is more of theoretical rather than a practical execution. So now after the skill has been transferred to the team member, I would want to follow it up with a side-by-side and a rapid fire. So what is side-by-side? Side-by-side is when I'm along with my team member in a live environment, in their work environment where they're actually taking a chat or a call. And what is rapid fire? Rapid fire feedback is a short one-liner feedback which I would be giving them while they're on the chat for the good things that I see on the chat and also for the areas of improvement that I see on the chat. So it is always important or it is always recommended to follow a skill transfer with a side-by-side because the newly learned skill is really fresh in their head. They are really eager to execute it on a chat or a call. But yeah, obviously there can be times when you cannot follow it immediately with a side-by-side because probably it's about a report which is due or it's about a presentation which is yet to be made. So it might take some time in those cases, but when it is about learning a new behavior that can be used on a chat or on a call, which can be done immediately on the next live chat or the live call, I would always prefer it, and it is always recommended to do it like really immediately after your skill transfer. So once I have successfully transferred this skill, I've understood that the team member has learned and understood this skill very clearly. I'll join my team member on the floor in the live environment. I'll let them know that I'm here to guide and support them on this chat and implement the newly learned skill on the chat or on the call. I think this is important because it sets a tone for support more than surveillance. So I want them to know that I'm there to guide them and not to control them, and I'll be observing the chat and I'll be helping them with applying that newly learned skill on the chat or on the call. So while observing the chat, if I come across something that they did really well, I would always give them a rapid fire one-liner feedback, something like, hey, good that you personalized the chat, or good to see you acknowledge the customer's concern. So that's how I'll recognize the good things on the chat, just by a small one-liner feedback or rapid feedback. And whenever I find an opportunity for improvement, for example, an assurance statement was a skill that I transferred, like how to use or how to assure a customer about assistance. If that is applicable on this chat, I would be like, hey, how about applying what we just learned on this chat? The customer has a concern. How about, you just try to apply whatever we learned on this chat right now, and I'll watch them do that. And obviously I'll give them a feedback on that. I'll let them know that they did a great job, and that's how I'll actually observe them apply whatever they just learned on a live chat. And that is it. That is side-by-side and rapid fire. And obviously once the chat is done, I'll congratulate them. I'll tell them that they did an amazing job on the chat. They did really amazingly well while implementing the newly learned skill or behavior on the chat, because I think it reinforces execution, and they are really happy and they're really glad that they did it really well. And that's how I'll end my side-by-side and rapid fire. So in the second part of the video, it's a demo where I'll be sitting with one of my team members. It's a demonstration video actually, so I'll be just demonstrating a side-by-side on how it can be done. Hi Apur, nice to see you again. So right now in our session, we just learned how to use assurance statements on chat, right? I gave you a couple of statements that can be used on chat. So what I was thinking right now is, since we learned it's just fresh, whenever you get a chat, we can just try to implement those things on the chat and we can see how it goes. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. Or you just got a chat.
Let me send the welcome response.
Okay. Oh, nice. Good job on sending a branded welcome response.
Now I'll personalize this chat.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You always personalize this chat, right? Yeah, good job. Okay, now the customer has questions about billing on his account. So what do you think, what we learned right now, how can you use one of those statements here?
So since this concern is regarding billing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll share one of the assurance response which is edited according to the billing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you send, I'll be happy to answer your billing questions. Nice. You see? Good job.
Let me assist the customer.
Yeah.
So it's a billing concern. I'll explain the bill to the customer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll wrap up.
Yeah.
So now that the explanation part is done and customer is understood, I'll send the further assistance response.
Nice. You should always ask for further assistance before closing the chat, right?
Yes.
Good job. Okay, he has no more questions, it seems.
Okay, then I'll send the closing response and dispose the chat.
Yes. Oh, see what a happy customer. He said thank you for your help.
Yeah.
And you closed the chat with a branded closing. Good job. How do you think it went?
It went really smooth.
Easy, right? It's really easy to use the assurance statements on chat, and you have a set of statements for your reference. You can just use them on chat. Okay, so I want you to use it on every chat, and in case anytime you think that you're stuck or you need help, I'm right here. Okay, good job. Great, amazing.